a quick recap on the concepts which I had covered in our last week, like from Monday onwards. So yeah, from last week onwards, we started last week, right? Yes. Yes. From Monday onwards, we started with our advanced Java classes. 6 days classes are already completed. Starting, settle down. Yeah. Starting, we discussed about what are the different types of applications done, like standalone, web-based enterprise applications, mobile applications, and after different types of storages, field storage, object storage, file storage, database storage. And we know that in field storage, in these four storages, right? In these four storages, field storage and object storage, both are temporary storages. File storage and database storage, these are permanent storage. When you speak about file storage, there are some problems are there. So we need to go with the database storage. And then after we discussed about 5 P's like persistence, persistent store, persistent data, persistent operations, and persistence logic. And that persistent logic is nothing but our JDBC. Then we started with our JDBC architecture. So totally there are 7 components are there inside our JDBC architecture. First one, JDBC API. Next one, driver manager class. Third one, drivers. Fourth one, connection interface. Fifth one, statements. Sixth one, result set interface. And finally last one is SQL exception. Okay, in these 7 components, just a second, give me a minute. All right, in these 7 components, first when we discussed about JDBC API is nothing but all predefined classes, interfaces, which we want to connect our Java program to the database will be present inside JDBC API. JDBC API, we already know that. And after the driver manager class, yes, you know that how important that is. Driver manager class. After that, we discussed about drivers. Please tell me how many types of drivers are there? 4 types. First one, JDBC, ODBC, bridge driver. Next one, native API driver. After that, network protocol driver. And finally, last one is thin Java driver or pure Java driver. Another names type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. So currently we are using type 4 driver. And after we discussed about connection interface, yeah, basically it is an interface which will be having some methods. So I gave you 10 methods, 10 connection interface methods. In those 10 methods, the very first method is create statement. I mean, remaining methods are there. We'll discuss that day by day. Wait for it. So create statement is the method which we had covered in our last class. Anyways, we'll discuss about that in a couple of minutes. Now, next one is statement. When you're speaking about statements, basically there are 3 types of statements are there. Statement, prepared statement, callable statement. So what is the use of statement or when we need to use statement, prepared statement and callable statement? And kindly please do remember statement, that is an interface. Prepared statement, interface. Callable statement, interface. Up to now, we discussed only one class. Only one class, only one. Up to now, we discussed about only one predefined class, and that is driver manager class. Remaining all are interfaces only, right? So yeah, statement, prepared statement and callable statement. When you're speaking about statement, we need to use the statement interface if there is one SQL query. Means simple SQL queries. Means exactly. We want to execute that SQL query only for one time. It may be selection group SQL or non-selection, that literally does not matter. But if you want to execute simple SQL query for one time, then we need to use statement. Prepared statement. One SQL query for multiple times. Basically, in prepared statement, we need to pass parameters. For example, take a parameterized method. Parameterized method. Void method 1 int x comma int y. At every time we can change the value for x and y. Yes or no? Exactly like that. In prepared statement also, we need to pass the parameters. Means we want to execute the same SQL query for multiple times. I'll let you know. I'll show you. In that particular scenario, we need to use prepared statement. And in our Oracle, there is a separate concept known as procedures and functions. When you're speaking about procedures and function, we will store them in your database, and in order to execute that procedures and functions, we need to use callable statement. So statement, simple SQL query for one time. Prepared statement, one SQL query for multiple times. Callable statement, multiple SQL queries. If you want to execute multiple SQL queries, then we need to use callable statement. So statement very rarely we will be using in our projects. I am speaking about real time. Very rarely we'll be using. Most of the time, we will be using prepared statement. Prepared statement. We'll discuss that. Wait for it. Okay. Callable statement also internally implements prepared statement only. Anyways, that's another scenario. So statement, prepared statement, callable statement. Most frequently, which one we will be using? Prepared statement. But yeah, we started discussing about a statement. Okay, we started discussing about statement, and after that, we started discussing about result set interface. Okay, what is this result set interface, guys? Whenever we are trying to retrieve the data from the database, retrieving the data from the database, selection group SQL queries, select command. We'll be using select command, na? Select start from employee. Basically, wherever you are using select command, our intention is we want to retrieve the data. I hope you're understanding the point here. In that particular scenario, okay, the data will be retrieved. That entire data will be in the form of an object, and that object is nothing but result set object. Result set object. So I told you, I just a second, let me try to get this here. Is that image available? Oh, sorry, I deleted it. Give me a minute. I think it's gone. Anyways, I did not have that image, but did you remember that? Are you tell me, Ra? Do you remember that? For example, when okay, just let me try to get my Oracle here. Con SVSTM system MENAG, sorry, MENAG manager. Okay. Select star from employee. Okay. We'll be getting this data, right? Come on. This data, this entire data will be stored in the form of an object. What is that object? Result set object. So where will be our cursor in the starting? Our cursor will be, okay, hang on. I'll do one thing. Set page size to, let's try to check with this. Oh, no. Line size, yeah, sure. Let me set line size. And here, okay, better. Wait, better. Okay, basically this is the data. All right. Let me go to our paint, and here I'm going to keep the data here. Fine. Okay. Now, basically this is the data. Whenever we are trying to retrieve this data from the database, this entire thing is nothing but result set object. Just give me a minute time here. This is nothing but result set object. RESULTSET. This is nothing but result set object. Otherwise, simply you can call this entire thing as a result set. No problem. In this particular scenario, first our cursor will be pointing towards the first row, starting row. Yes or no? So if we are using next method, in result set, there is a method known as next method. If you are using next method, if there is any data pointing towards this cursor, it is going to return true. And the cursor will be coming to the next row. next record. Means if you are calling the next method for second time, one more time. For example, we are calling next method for the first time. If you are calling next method for the first time, which record will be able to retrieve? First record. If you are calling next method for the second time, second record, third record, fourth record, and finally after ending, it is going to return false. I hope you're understanding the point here, guys. Please respond. No, this is actually very, very important. How your cursor is moving. There are different types of result sets also. Different types of result set. Scrollable result set, non-scrollable result set. We'll discuss that. All will discuss that. But did you understand the scenario here? Come on. So basing on this particular concept only, we have written this program. Last class, we wrote this program like we have connected our Java program to the database and successfully we are able to retrieve the data from the database. When I discussed about, last class, I told you, basically we are having three methods are there, I said. Three methods. First one is execute query. Second one is execute update. Third one is execute. Execute method very rarely we'll be using, but mostly we'll be using execute query or execute update. Now, please tell me what is the return type for execute query result set. Execute query is a parameterized method or non-parameterized method. Parameterized method. And here you need to remember one thing. This execute query, we will be able to call this execute query from how many types of statements are there? Come on. We are having three types of statements. What are those? Statement, prepared statement, callable statement. From statement, you can call execute query. From prepared statement, we can call execute query. From callable statement, that is another scenario. Leave callable statement as of now. From statement and prepared statement, we can call execute query method. I am speaking about the execute query method, which we are calling from statement. From statement interface, not from prepared statement. Statement interface, whenever we are calling execute query from statement interface, that is a parameterized method. Parameterized method. Please don't think like all execute queries are, all execute query methods are parameterized methods. No. Right now we are discussing about which one? Statement, prepare statement, callable statement. Which one? Come on, guys. In that statement interface, that execute query method is a parameterized method. Wait for prepared statement. Then the story will be something different. But up to here, is it clear, guys, for everyone? Online students, I need your opinion here, guys. Up to now. Up to now, is it clear, guys, for everyone? Please respond to the chat for me. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, that is good. That is good. That is good. Okay, now Shalini, you're saying, sir, I'm running through Eclipse. I got connection database, but in run command, I'm getting this error. You did not give your username and password correctly, Amma. Please check that clearly, Shalini. Otherwise, simply uninstall your database and install it again. Uninstall the database and install it again. Don't make it too much complicated. If you're having a problem with the database, if you think that your code is everything we have written perfectly, simple logic, uninstall, reinstall the database, and you will be able to connect it, right? And yeah, Disha, just a second. Let me try to check your query also. Okay, same problem here also. You are getting a message like listener refused to connect. Uninstall the database, reinstall it again. Most probably. And yeah, I already told you to uninstall antivirus also. Uninstall antivirus, disable your Windows firewall. Still, if you are getting like that, uninstall and reinstall it again, right? And by the way, in line number 7, can you see orcl.lan? Yeah, you should not be giving orcl.lan, Amma. You should be giving orcl. Kindly please try to check with that. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. So, Karan, is there any guide for installation for database setup? Please contact Oracle Raina. He will try to help you with that. See, again, network adapter exception, network adapter exception, listener refused to connect. These type of problems will occur only if you are not installing your database correctly. If you're not having a username and password, if you are having multiple Oracle installations. For example, I installed Oracle. I did not uninstall and again I install one more Oracle. Gone. You will not be able to connect, right? So kindly please check with that Oracle installations. If you think that your Oracle installation is not correct, uninstall completely, remove all the folders, then again reinstall. As simple as this, right? Okay, so yeah, yesterday, Saturday, we had covered this particular program. All right, we'll do one thing right now. For example, okay, let me just try to go with one more program. New class, completely one more separate program. Okay, JDBC Pro 3. JDBC Pro 3. Okay, right. Now, my intention is, guys, tell me one thing. Right now, if I ask you to connect your Java program to the database and retrieve only employee ID, only employee IDs in a reverse order. In a reverse order. Just will you try to help me? Shall we try? Okay, let's go. You tell me the code, I'll write the code. String driv driver equal to, guys, you need, don't look in the code. Don't look in your notes. Don't look in your notes. Tell me, string driver, Oracle dot JDBC dot Oracle driver. Let me, this is our driver. Hang on, just a second. Please observe here. Basically, did you remember we have added our jar file, OJDBC jar file in our build path? Yes. Yes. Where is that jar file located in our desktop DB jar folder? Do you remember that? Now, please observe here. Let me just try to, okay. Now, reference libraries. This is my jar file. In your system, you will be having OJDBC 11. So that depends. Okay. Now, let me just try to expand this. Sir, what is a jar file? Java archive files. Java archive files. It is actually a combination of compressed class files. Jar file means it is a combination of compressed class files. Now, if I expand this jar file, you will be seeing packages. Yeah, all these are packages. Please tell me what is the driver name we are using? You please tell me what is the driver name we are using? Oracle dot, hang on, Oracle dot JDBC. After that, tell me, Oracle dot JDBC dot Oracle drive. This is the class which connects our Java program to the database. Basically, this is the driver which connects our Java program to the database. This is type 4 driver. I hope you're understanding the point here, guys. That is the reason exactly the same, including small letters and capital letters, we need to give exactly like that. If you are not giving small letters and capital letters correctly, then what happened? For example, here I have given something like O, capital O. Then in this particular package, in this particular jar file, is there any capital O here? So obviously you will not be able to connect your database. I hope you're understanding the point here. So just let me try to go with Oracle. Oracle dot. Hang on, just a sec. Let me try to keep this here. All right. Now please tell me. Oracle dot JDBC dot Oracle driver. First one. After that, string DB URL. Just a second. DB smaller or capital? What I have used previously. Just let me try to use exactly the same. DB DB URL equal to, hang on, wait, buddy. Yeah, tell me the URL. Small letter or capital letter? Perfect. JDBC dot dot colon ORACL Oracle colon. Only he should say, others kindly please wait. Thin 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 colon at the rate localhost colon 1521 colon. That is according to your system, but according to my system, XE. Is that correct? Impressed. That is good. Wait. Tell me. JD. Oh, my mistake here. That is my typo, not his. I did a mistake. He's correct. Okay. Now tell me. JDBC colon, Oracle colon, thin colon, at the rate localhost colon, 1521 colon, XE. And then username. Okay. String uname. Is that uname? Capital U. Okay. It's not mandatory to go with small letters and capitals, but I just want to go with the uniformity. That's it. Okay. After that, equal to, what is that? SSTM system and string. Yeah, just a second. String string UPWD equal to MANAGR manager. One more time I am saying this. Generally, whenever we are giving this string data like this, sometimes by mistake, you will be giving a space. Please concentrate. Third time. Please concentrate. Generally, we will be giving a space. If you are giving a space like this, it's not like intentionally, unintentionally. It's just like a typo. When you are giving a space like this, you will not be getting any error. And yes, you will not be able to connect your Java program to the database. You need to check with the spaces also. Okay. See, why I'm saying all these small things, in our coming classes, we'll be using servlets. Most of the errors which people will be doing in typing only. Spelling mistakes. So please check that clearly. All right. Okay. Now void. Just let me try to go like method one. And yeah, I'm gonna use try. Just a second. Let me try to go like try and CATCH catch. Here EXEBT1 exception E. Okay. Come on. Go ahead. Tell me the code. Class dot for name, and here I'll be using driver. Okay, just a second, where is this? And driver, after that, always start from right side of the equal to place. Tell me the code. Driver manager dot get connection, and here URL. Please check these three also correctly. Okay, why? Because database URL, username. Generally we'll leave like that. But if you observe, third parameter should be, but according to my Eclipse, what it is recommending URL. You leave like that and you'll think there is no error. I believe you're getting the point here. Okay. So kindly please try to cross check just like this. Okay. And yeah, what is our return type here? Equal to con belongs to connection interface. And you know what? Always just please make sure that, okay, why I'm having this error? No problem. And yeah, kindly please do remember, always make sure you have established the connection successfully. So I'll do one thing, just system syso system.out.println connection, created, connection created. Okay. Now, please here, and some people are forgetting to write print stack trace method. Please make sure to write print stack trace method. Why? Because if you are not writing print stack trace method, for example, let me just try to go with my main method. Now, inside our main method, a new, new JDBC Pro 3 dot method 1. Let me exit my program, right click, run as Java application. Wait, exception. Oh, why it is unresolved here? Tell me one thing right now in my code, is there any, am I missing any braces? Tell me that. I'm not, according to our opinion, we are not missing any braces, but it is showing me syntax error. Delete this token. Amma, tell me, import. Which one? Which one we need to import? It's already imported now. Okay. If you are if you are not importing here only, we'll be getting an error. For example, let me just try to keep this in comment. See, right? Anyways, now everything is correct, but still we are getting an error. Okay. Correct. Cut, paste. Boom. Done. Are you getting it? I did not solve, I did not do anything. I just cut and paste it again. Why? Because I know my code is perfect. Sometimes Eclipse will play like this. Why? Because, we are connecting with external source, that is database. So kindly please check with that. Okay. All right. Just a second. Yeah, that is good. Now, of course, here port number, I did not give correct port number. Let me just try to execute my program. Right click, run as Java application, window, show view, console, and this is my console. Am I getting anything? For example, system.out.println, here I'm going to write, not here. Let me just method one call. Okay. Now let's execute. Right click, run as Java application. Method one called, okay. But am I getting any connection created? Where is the problem? Where is the error? There is no exception message. You are not printing exception message. If you are not writing anything in the catch block, if you're not trying to print in the catch block, you will not be able to view that in the console. I hope you're understanding the problem here, guys. Yes? No, why? Because these 2 to 3 days, when I'm observing your code, some people did not wrote anything in the catch block. They just leave like that. If you are leaving like that, you will not be able to understand which exception you got. It is always a good programming practice to display exception related information in the console. Did you remember there are 3 ways are there? Core Java. In those 3 ways, what is the best recommended approach? Print stack trace method. So yeah, kindly please make sure to write e dot print stack trace method. Now, if I execute the same program, see, I'm getting an exception. Okay, let me check what is the name of the exception. SQL recoverable exception network adapter. I mean, okay, port number problem. Why? Because I did not give correct port number. Let me just try to give the port number as 1521. Now let's execute, right click, run as Java application. Let's see. Yeah, of course, I'm able to connect my database. Am I clear with this? Okay, now fine. We are able to successfully connect our Java program to the database. And kindly please do remember, yes, it is always a good programming practice to close your connection once the work is completed. Still, my work is not done. All right. So connection created. All right. So totally 5 statements are there. 5 steps are there. 5 steps are there. Please tell me what is the first one? Loading the driver. After that, creating a connection or establishing connection or creating connection. After that, preparing the statement. Which statement we want to use right now? Statement. So statement interface, we need to get that statement interface. Okay. Con dot create a statement. Con dot create statement, and its return type is statement. STMT belongs to ST8. Okay, belongs to statement interface. Okay, now I'm getting my statement interface. Right. Now I need to call a method. Which method I need to call? Execute query or execute update? Tell me. You need to respond, guys. Last, please make sure to respond, buddy. Please make sure to respond. Tell me, guys, which method we need to call? Why execute query? I need to keep in mind whatever the query which I want to execute. Which query I want to execute means basically I want to retrieve the data. Retrieve the data. If you want to execute selection group SQL queries, we need to use statement interface. All right. So selection group. Yeah, sure. STMT dot, sorry, STMT dot execute query. And here, yes, we need to give the query. Tell me the query. SELECT select star from EMPLOIE employee. You know what? I want to write this query separately in my as an instance variable so that I can directly write SQL query. Is that okay? Okay, sure. Let me just try to go like string 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 SQL query one equal to, come on, go ahead. Select a star from EMPLOIE employee. Okay, select star from employee. Is everything correct? Okay, now here I'm, instead of this, simply I'm going to pass SQL query one. Done. Please tell me what is the return type for this execute query. Result set RS belongs to result set interface. All right. Now, this is important. We need to iterate. We need to iterate with each and every record which is present in my database. Iterate. Okay. Basically, these are all the rows 101, 106, 2, 7, 3, 4, 5. Okay. No issues. I want to iterate. Sure. While, can I go with while? While, tell me the code. You need to respond, guys. RS dot next. Okay. RS dot next. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. System dot out dot print. I'll go with print. I'll go with print. I want to retrieve only the first record. RS dot get string. Why you are using get string? In the database that is of type varchar2. Yes or no? In the database varchar2 means obviously that is a string. So that is the reason. If it is number, I believe you're getting the point here. Respond. Okay, so yep, get string one. Directly I'm giving column index. Now let's see. Okay, and after that, of course, it's always a good programming practice to close the connection. I'm closing the connection here. Right click, run as Java application, method one call. Okay, I'm able to retrieve the data. But the thing is, what I told you, I want you to retrieve all my employee IDs in a reverse order. We'll do one thing. Let's make this a little bit more interesting. Reverse sorting order and descending order. Are you getting the point here? First, actually, these are not in a order, right? 101, 106, these are not in an order. I want to retrieve them in a order. I mean, in a reverse order. Means first I want to retrieve the data in a ascending order. Then I want to retrieve the data in a descending order. I hope you are understanding the point. All right. What we need to do? Any ideas? Order by No, no, no. I don't want to use SQL query. Come on, we are Java developers. Let's try to deal with Java. Shall we? Shall we? Right. You know actually collection framework. Some people have already completed collection framework. Some people are actually going on with that. When you're speaking about collection framework, mainly there are two root interfaces are there. First one is collection. Second one is map interface. Now I'm speaking about a specific collection class known as preset. What is that? In preset, insertion order will not be maintained. Array list maintains insertion order. Come on. Linked list maintains insertion order. Vector maintains insertion order. Preset does not maintains insertion order. As a matter of fact, preset maintains sorting order, ascending order means, for example, please observe here. I don't want to print. I don't want to print. So let me do one thing here. New reset. I'm going to take a reset and just let me try to use the generic as a object equal to ts belongs to preset, and here also I'm going with object. Now ts dot add rs dot get string of 1. Did you understand line number 32? I'm giving a 30 seconds time frame. Feel free to discuss. Did you understand line number 32? I know some people did not complete a reset, but we are using which method? We are using which method? You know, what is the use of add method? Tell me. So basically what I'm trying to do, I am retrieving the data from the database and I'm directly adding that data into my reset. That's it. Done. Now here, yep, system.out.println. Let me just try to print uh, emp IDs, emp IDs in ORDR in ascending order. Just let me try to print reset. Just I'm printing it. That's it. Not more than that. And am I able to retrieve my employee IDs in a ascending order? If I want to retrieve these also, I can do that. I'll do one thing. Just directly printing, instead of directly printing, what I'll be doing, let me just try to use for each. I'm just using for each, and here a TS object O, and yeah, system dot out dot print O. Just let me try to copy this, paste it. Right click, run as Java application. Am I able to print my data in a ascending order? But you know, I want to print it in a descending order. Yeah, why not? Happily, we can do that. There is this iterator, descending iterator. It's an iterator, separate, just like iterator, list iterator, enumeration interface. Descending iterator concept is there. Simply, descending iterator will be working as a mirror image for iterator. Sir, I did not understand. Simple. Let me write the code. If I write the code, you'll understand. Let me write the code. Which iterator? Just now I told a name here. Tell me. ts dot ts dot descending iterator. Return type for this descending iterator is iterator only. Iterator, just okay. Iterator. What is the generic here? Object. And now while, okay, no need to go with this braces also. While I dot has next, simple, same, just like iterator, system dot out dot print, and here I'm going to print I dot Let me try to keep it. Right click, run as Java application. Please tell me, am I able to retrieve the data in a descending order? As simple as this. Core Java, just core Java. Means here actually what I want to show here is retrieving the data, you know that. Saturday we already discussed about retrieving the data. Okay. After retrieving, what you can do with the data? Anything. According to requirements, we can manipulate the data. I hope you are understanding the point. Please respond. Online students, am I clear with this? Please respond to the chat for me. Online students, please respond. Please respond. For example, I have a small query, guys. Like, employee table is there, employee salaries are there. Okay. Whose employee salary is more than 15,000? Whose employee salary is more than 15,000? I want to increment their salary by 5%. So in that particular scenario, what you need to do, retrieve all the data. From the data, retrieve only the record which you need. In that, we need to use if conditions, if else conditions, and just a simple math. That's it. Core Java concepts only core Java concepts. The only thing is you're retrieving the data from the database and using that according to your requirements. Am I clear with this? Online students, please respond. Am I clear with this? So no, it's not a query, buddy. It's not a query. This is okay. You are speaking about which line? Tell me the line number. So no, please tell me the line number. Be fast. Which line? You are speaking about which line? Line number 41. This is not a query. This is not a query. This is a code which we need to cover in core Java. In core Java. For example, if you want to call iterator, how you will call iterator? Simply ts dot iterator. Exactly like this, there is one more method named as descending iterator. If you are calling iterator, your cursor will be in the starting position. If you are calling descending iterator, your cursor will be in the ending position. Just like that. Just like that. Okay. So now is it clear? Please respond. That is great. That is great. Guys, please respond. Up to now, is it clear, guys, for everyone? Impressed. Okay. So now this is one method. Let me keep it like this. Let me keep it like this. I want to write one more method. One more method or one more program. Okay, we'll do one thing. Let me just try to write a separate code. I'll go with the new class JDBC Pro 4. Okay.